threat.
Hi guys, welcome back. The Ahsoka Disney TV program has entirely changed the Star Wars galaxy's past. When fans tuned into Ahsoka, they anticipated finding out where Grand Admiral Thrawn had been for at least 9 years in universe and why he hadn't been able to return. The last thing they expected was to discover answers that would rewrite the history of the whole Star Wars universe. Ahsoka discovered that the Purrgil that kidnapped Thrawn's flagship had transferred him to Peridea, a planet that the Jedi seemingly rejected as a fairy tale. To find Thrawn and her companion Ezra Bridger, Ahsoka ended up following in his footsteps, leading her on an adventure unlike any seen in Star Wars previously. Now, the future of Star Wars is obviously hidden in long-forgotten secrets, facts that shock everything viewers thought they understood about the franchise. The Nightsisters of Dathomir are from another galaxy, Peridea. The Force Awakens. The Nightsisters of Dathomir are a strange Force cult that uses magic to access the evil side of the Force, as shown in Star Wars Legends and extensively in Star Wars: The Clone Wars. Their abilities have always seemed peculiar and unique, apart from those of Jedi and Sith, and it has been considered that they had an unusual interaction with the Force. Nightsister magic, on the other hand, is derived from another galaxy, as revealed by Ahsoka. The Nightsisters are descended from the original Dathomiri, a species that appeared in another galaxy on the planet Peridea. They were the first to employ Purrgil to travel across the cosmic gap, and they had long resided on Dathomir. The Nightsisters are a relatively new Force cult in Star Wars Legends. However, in the canon, Ahsoka has proven that they predate both the Jedi and the Sith. To the Jedi, their homeworld is a fairy tale, a narrative they tell younglings in the temple. That suggests the Jedi were predated by a dark side power, and a cosmic one at that. At Peridea, the cycle of light and dark began. Dark Force Power Image, Baylan Skoll and Peridea. According to the Dark Jedi, Baylan Skoll is where the apparently never-ending cycle of war between light and dark started. It's unclear what he means by this, but Ahsoka might have a better understanding. After all, they were both raised at the Jedi Temple, so they've all heard the same fairy stories. Huyang had already implied this by telling Ahsoka galactic stories while flying in a Purrgil, and his narrative began, a long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away. This is more than simply an Easter egg, it's also an essential hint that everything started at Peridea. The Zeffo ruled over the intergalactic Nightsisters. Cal Kestis and Ahsoka from the Jedi Fallen Order. Jedi Fallen Order had its protagonist, Cal Kestis, follow in the footsteps of Jedi Master Eno Cordova in investigating a long-forgotten species known as the Zeffo. These Force sensitives are said to have originated in the main Star Wars galaxy and developed an ancient civilization before succumbing to the dark side. Kujet, one of their greatest characters, was buried on Dathomir itself. Kujet previously governed the Nightsisters and their interstellar civilization, according to an Ahsoka Easter egg. He may have been buried in the main Star Wars galaxy, but his name is mentioned in runes on Peridea. Rey with the Sith dagger in Star Wars reveals the true origin of the Sith language. The Ascension of Skywalker. These runes are written in Uarkatot, a Sith language variation. It's long been known that the Sith stole dark side knowledge from their forefathers as well as other cults around the galaxy. Uarkatot, a language rooted in the evil side of the Force itself, is likely one such example, exerting a weird draw on anybody with darkness inside them. Uarkatot, also known as the Old Tongue, was eventually prohibited by the Jedi and the Republic, as Rey discovered in Star Wars: The Force Awakens when she sought to get C-3PO to decipher the words engraved on a Sith blade. It is notable that Uarkatot runes are inscribed on Peridine artifacts. It implies that the actual genesis of Uarkatot is the ancient Zeffo Nightsister Society and that their heritage may be traced to the Sith. Indeed, it's plausible that this is the hidden root of the Sith as a religion, that some ancient Jedi attempted to interpret Uarkatot and so became corrupted by the evil side. The mysterious collapse of intergalactic civilization. Baylan Skoll and Shin Hati ride out to find Sabine and Ezra from Peridea's Nightsister Temple. Little is known about the ancient cosmic Nightsister Zeffo civilization. But one thing is certain, it collapsed and became the stuff of tales. Kujet died and was laid to rest on Dathomir. The Purrgil stopped moving from Peridea, instead going there to die, closing the planet off and making it a place of exile. That has been the case for countless thousands of years. The source of this collapse might be the same fabled event that Baylan thinks started the entire cycle of light and dark in the Star Wars universe. Zeffo most likely left the galaxy of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Zeffo. The Nightsisters were able to survive the demise of their interstellar civilization. The Zeffo were forgotten until Jedi Master Eno Cordova discovered their existence while traveling. He discovered that these enigmatic people had finally left their worlds and traveled to the Outer Rim. Their trail went cold there. But Ahsoka clearly indicates that there's a reason Eno Cordova couldn't find any more Zeffo. These ancient aliens most likely caught a ride on Purrgil and flew away from the galaxy. They might still be in the Peridine galaxy, but Huyang hinted in stories about various hyperspace paths traveled by Purgil, so they could be elsewhere. The mystery of the Zeffo hasn't been completely answered. The cause of their empire's demise remains unclear, but viewers can now probably predict what happened to them and why they haven't been featured in recent Star Wars canon. Thanks for watching.